welcome back to some more of Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. When we last left off, we cleared off the arena, can transform into... wait a minute. Whoops. Transform into a bat, and we are doing some backtracking to do some close to final stuff that we need to take care of. Anyways, we want to go here. We haven't been here in a while. Actually, we've been here a couple of times. But it's been a little bit since we were last here. I remember this area. Now we can progress through and kill the Chrono Mage, who would warp us back to here. Also, we want to get its soul, which should be a pretty easy drop. Yeah. It's supposed to have a pretty low rarity drop. Except it's not dropping its soul that very easily, unfortunately. Anyways, before we move on to that area, I really want to get its soul because it's a pretty important soul. There we go. The ability to stop time. What this soul allows us to do is, well, basically stop time. Certain enemies are actually can be affected by the ability of time stop. One of them, I believe, should be the Tsunoko. That way it doesn't run away right away when you're trying to grind for it. And it should make getting certain souls a little bit easier. Especially some souls that are pretty difficult. I believe you should be able to use it on the Mandrake. Magdagolia, whatever it's called. But yeah. It should make getting certain souls easier. However, some souls cannot. Let me kill you, thank you. Get this Dancelif and this Ancient Book number 2. We came all this way just for this. That was what was important here. Anyways, the ultimate magical sword. Unfortunately, it debuffs us quite a bit. It's not as good as the Balmung. And what we came here for, most importantly, Ancient Book number 2. The second spirit is the King of Bats, which happens to be the giant bat. In other words, we have all 3 of the book souls that we need. And it allows us to do this pretty cool little trick, which allows us to shoot while we're in bat form. And we'll be able to absorb Succubus while allows us sword. This is important for much later on, actually. And for those who have played this game, I will not spoil anything until we get to said point. For now, we'll just keep you in the dark for those of you that don't know. But for those of you that do know, please don't spoil it for the rest of us. Anyways, now that we're done here, we can finally move on from here. Worthless Chrono Mage, just there to be a douche. I think that's like the only spot it spawns in the game as well. What's that? Coffee? I didn't know you can get coffee. Decaffeinated coffee. That's good. I don't really like coffee. Coffee tastes terrible. I'm not a fan of bitter drinks. They are disgusting. Alright. Anyways. Now that we've done that, we want to actually go do a bit of map completing. Because first off, we're going to go complete that little square down there. And like it's like a bit past where we are right now to the right. You see that little one room that we haven't been to? We're going to go there. Then we're going to unfortunately go back into the underground reservoir and go into the spot that we could not go into originally. Now that we have flight and most importantly the curly soul. Anyways, we have quite a few things at our disposal that we need in order to beat the game. We don't have all the souls, unfortunately, and we still need to go into the next area and the final area to get some more souls. Also, I'm going to do a lot of selling of items too. Of repeat items, because I got quite a bit of stuff that I can sell now. I believe there is also a soul that allows us to get better... I can't remember the soul. Already gives me the curly soul on camera while I already have it. Oh, the irony. Where is the warp? Warp is right there. But we don't want to go to the warp, actually. We want to go down. Yes, down. Go down from here. Hopefully get a Persona Phone soul. Because that's one of the souls we haven't gotten yet. Alright, from here we want to go to the other hole in the ground. Don't know why Dracula's castle has random holes in the ground. I mean, look at that. That door's just right in front of a hole in the ground. That's like some pretty bad architectural design, in my opinion, Dracula. Although, then again, who am I to judge the architectural design of a demon like Dracula? Anyways, been a little while since we've been in this area of the mansion. This area of the mansion. Yes, this is clearly a mansion. This area of the castle. But now we can do a few more things in here, like go into one of the rooms and get one of the items we haven't seen for quite some time as well. Alright. Just pretty much kill anything with a slide kick at this point. Anyways, now that we're back here in this room, remember that armor we couldn't get quite a long time ago? It's actually an armor of fire. And I believe we already have one of those too. There's the water. Oh, we haven't gotten the fire. It actually boosts our defense but lowers our intelligence, and it's stronger against fire attributed attacks. So it's pretty decent. But not all that necessary. And now we can go here that we have double jump as well. And we get a copper plate. All this for some pretty mediocre armor, to be honest. But more importantly, we are completing the map. That is more important. Because you need to complete the map 100% to get the best ending as well. Not only getting the souls, not only beating the boss, the main boss, or the final boss. Well, you'll understand in time what I mean. Anyways, now that we're done here, we're gonna go warp back to the front gate, sell some stuff, get a little bit of plot, and then finally go on to the forbidden area. Okay. And hopefully get a Persona Phone soul. Persona Phones have a pretty high rarity drop, so their souls are not that very easy to obtain. Also, might as well pick up some money while I'm at it. How much money do I have? Ugh. I only got like 10% of the money I would need to get that Soul Eater ring. So yeah, we need quite a lot of money. Only there was a way to get some money easier though. Let's wait for you. There we go. Still have not gotten that soul either. Alright, warp. Warp time. Alright. Back to the beginning of the game. Once again. Is there anything I'm missing? I believe there is some things we're missing now that we have flight. Should be right here. Yes. That thing. God knows I'm not going to be able to pronounce that. Where is it? Where are you? The Vajaza. Wronged by the lightning of that thing. Not very good. It's also one of the few electric swords of the game. So the enemies that are weak to electricity, you know, that's going to be good for those, but it's not that very strong, is the thing. Man, we are getting close to done, actually. 86.7%. Getting close. Anyways. Hello, Hammer. Some of this food stuff actually sells a decent price. And to be fair, depending on what you want to sell, I mean, it's up. You can sell all this stuff if you want. I'll probably might. I just have that RPG habit of wanting to keep one of everything, you know. Yeah, that'll do. Now then, I think there might be some new items to buy here in the shop. Could have sworn he sold max potions and max health things. I guess not. Also some more weapons we haven't gotten. We're not going to buy them, obviously. Don't want to waste our money. A few new things. Oh, Soul Eater Ring. Alright. Alright, more story. Or, like, information, I guess. Ancient books talking about Dracula's hidden power somewhere within the castle. Which are the 3 books that we already have. So, yeah. Check one more time what Mina would say. Pretty sure she should say something more important, though. Other than just these random little bits of tiblets. Oh, I guess we actually got all the information out of her then. If she actually just repeats the same thing, that should be it then. Anyways, now that we've done what we needed to do here, there are some items that we can get now that we have the ability to fly. But honestly, they are out of the way to get. There are a few items like some of the spots that we can only get now that we can transform into giant bat, but I will get those later. Not right now. Because I want to make some progress. Like here. Now that we're back in the underground reservoir, we can finally get to the next area. It's one of the few areas that doesn't... I think it's the only area in the game that doesn't have a boss as well. Alright, we're here. Now we can actually fly and do a little bit more exploring. Whoopee! Hooray for the bat soul. Alright. And we're gonna drop from here just to complete the map. And that takes care of the map. But more importantly, hopefully we'll make it there in time. Barely! Barely made that. We get the Ronganus Spear. I believe that's how it's pronounced. A holy spear. Supposedly... Oh god, this is actually pretty better than our Balmung. Wow. This is supposedly the spear that's... handgun. Anyways, handgun. I'm trying to remember what this is, the lore of this thing. Uses 9mm parabellum rounds. Not that very good. but it's a gun. One of the few future weapons, or modern time weapons. So yeah, it's pretty much pretty awesome that we can use a gun. Anyways, we're gonna switch back to this. This is supposedly the spear that was used to stab Jesus Christ back when he was crucified. Way back then. I think that is the actual sword, the spear. I think that's the lore of that. Anyways, moving on, we want to put the Undyne, and we want to equip Curly for this bit, because we need to be able to walk on water. And hopefully I will have enough enough MP to do this, because this is a little bit costly. Oh, what? That should let me through unless I didn't have enough MP. Damn. I think I might have to actually grind a little bit for MP. Also, this does holy damage, like the Valkyrie. Since everything is weak to... don't I have that item? Almost everything is weak to, holy damage. This is actually a pretty good weapon. Alright, actually could just farm a little bit for MP here. Since this usually drops a giant heart. And giant hearts restore, let's see, a good chunk of about like 50 it seems. Alright, now we should have more than enough. What? Okay, something's wrong here. You should be able to, unless we have to start from all the way over here. There we go. There we go. You had to be far enough away. Eversing. Fine suit of armor guaranteed to last forever. Look at that defense boost. We are definitely putting that on. Anyway, folks, we finally made it to the next area of the game. The area in which you need to get one of 3 souls to access. I'd like to truly welcome you to the Forbidden Area. The only optional area of the game. You don't need to go into this area to beat the game. It is 100% optional. But there are a few things you can only get here. And there's one monster in particular, the Mudman, which is the only place that it will spawn in. This is the only place to get one of the Mudman souls. Also, let me re-equip my rare ring. Hopefully get some items. And now we no longer need to use the Curly Soul. We can now access the Forbidden Area thanks to pressing that switch, which opens up the area. And we now can just go from the library area. Also, we can get Allura Une souls here if we feel like it. And there are a few other monsters in here as well. Poison worms, dryads, and there should be some other souls that we can get here too. One in particular I would hopefully like to get as well. Also, there's some harpies in this area. And for some reason, a sunken ship is here. I believe that in some Castlevania games you can actually see that Dracula's castle is around like some sort of lake or a moat. This is probably like Dracula's ship, I guess. Like ship, yeah. Already got the killer fish, sadly. Anyways, we go over here. Kill all these things. Hadn't noticed there's a weird texture here. The wall, which is actually a secret. And we get the Callium Solaris. Sword with a sparkling blade, which I believe is actually the best weapon of the game that we can get. This area holds the best weapon of the game, and now it is ours. It is a pretty fast overswing weapon. Also casts a no-goes on cursed potions. Nice. So yeah, we now have the most powerful weapon in the game. Also, we can get flame demons here, which is a pretty good spot to grind. And money. And treasure chests. Didn't see that guy. The forbidden area. Holy crap! Mudmans are usually pretty moderately high soul drop rarity monsters. Slings mud at enemies. Well then, I want to see how effective this is then. Oh. What was that? Cancels each other's shots out. That actually does a pretty decent amount of damage, actually. It's no Valkyrie soul, but it's pretty good. It has like a weird arch to it as well. Oh, free Leviathan. Nice. That'll be worth selling. Also a ton of fleamen. Ribbers in that treasure chest. Don't want to break that. Anyways, we came all this way for this. Giant treasure room. And this. The Joyleys. The Joyesuis. Beautiful sword made out of gold. Pretty bad weapon, actually. But this weapon can actually be sold for quite a lot of money. Anyways, the Mimic Soul. That is what is worth getting here. And it's a pretty important soul too, if you want to get a good amount of money too. It has a pretty high rarity rate, like you would expect from a Mimic. It's a little jerk trying to disguise itself as a treasure chest or a bag of money, which I believe is like 500 gold. But yeah, it's one of the few spots in the game it spawns. It spawns here. It spawns in another area that we have to go back to 100% the map. And I believe it spawns one last place that I can't put my finger on. So it only has like 3 areas to spawn in. There we go. Increases money as damage is incurred. So every time you take damage, you get money out of it. And it actually doesn't lower my where is it? Oh, actually it does lower it. Never mind. So yeah, every time you take damage, you'll actually get some money out of it. Let's try it out. Let's see, that's our current gold. Alright. Yeah, I actually get a bit of money off of that. Okay, check again. $3.99. Yeah, you actually get a good chunk of money. Granted, you do not get money when you don't take damage. You only get money when you do take damage. Alright, I'm actually pretty happy that we got the Mimic Soul. It's one of the harder souls of the game to get. And we got it pretty easily. That's actually kind of disturbing. And also Mudman, we got its soul. The only other soul that we haven't gotten that's in this area would be the Harpy, actually. Other than that, we got actually everything that we could get here. Also, it's worth grinding these treasure chests, because these contain a lot of money. Actually, I believe if you can go back and if you feel like it, you can go back and forth in this room. I think you should be able to get $1,000 a pop. I am not 100% sure. We might as well test this out right here. Okay, what's our current money at? Okay, 38,000. Actually, it's about, I'm gonna say it's about 500 gold that we can just easily grind from those 2 chests. Also, plus having the Mimic Soul, taking the random damage. So yeah, that's actually about it for the Forbidden Area. It holds the greatest item in the game, or the best weapon of the game. It's a spot where you can get a few of the you can get the Mudman here, which is one of the only areas it spawns in, and an easy place to grind the Mimic Soul. There's another area we can go to that we can use to grind the Mimic Soul, but it's a little bit far away to get right at this point. We actually have to go back to an area we've been to before. Okay, screen. Thank you. And now we're actually gonna go back. Back to... where is it? I believe the dance hall. There is something... yeah, there is one area of the map we can now go to now that we have flight. If you remember from a while ago. Also, we should have gotten the Harpy Soul by now. It doesn't have a really high rarity drop rate. Also would have liked to have had another soul that would have given us some more luck. But that is a different story on itself. Anyways, folks. Holy crap, the Gryad grows stronger by stealing HP from its enemies. Nice, you can actually get 8 HP a pop from those every time it takes damage. That's actually pretty good. How good is it against the... actually it's pretty good. And it keeps damaging it for a while. It's actually really good. It doesn't cost that much to use. It does a bit of damage. It's actually pretty good. I say the Dryad is a really good soul. I've never actually had the Dryad. So it's actually a pretty good soul to have. Unfortunately, we would have to take the long route back. Also, we're missing something from the map here. Yeah, because that area... we have to go back to the waterfall. We're going to go back to the waterfall, and apparently I'm missing a room that we can access there. And then I will go back to a save room and call it a video. Well then, we got quite a lot done in this episode. We got a bunch of stuff that we've been looking for. And yeah, we're getting close to the end of this. Okay, that's where I want to go. Right here. That part of the waterfall is actually possible to get through. Ooh! Killer Mantle, do your thing. Really effective against flesh golems. How much does that use? 19 a pop. Can use it one more time. The flesh golem has a unique soul that we can get from it. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to get it that easily this episode. Where's the MP recovery one? Rune ring. Well, I guess I will actually stop it here for this episode. Next time, another exciting episode of Castlevania Aria of Sorrow. We shall actually find a little bit more of the map, fill up the map a little bit more, and then we're going into the final area of the game. We are almost done with this game, actually. I'm gonna go to a save room off camera, but I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Until then, I will see you guys next time. Later, folks.